Okay, you guys, I just recorded an entire video and the mic was not on. So, part of me felt like that could be um, a reason to not share the reading. The other part of me just felt like, no, share it and let the chips basically fall where they may. So, we'll see which one was the accurate thought. I'm going to summarize the reading now that I've already done it. So, at first, I shared the channel messages that I feel like I received about the case of Miss. Um, right now, the only name that's coming to me is Jade McKissic, but I feel, yeah, Jade, that was her name. So this is the missing 20-year-old woman in Houston who was a student of the University of Houston. Calm down, baby. Calm down. Okay, and so basically, um, she told me initially that this had something to do with like a um, unwanted advances in a relationship with a male. Um, it felt like there was some type of relationship. It could have been more light on her side. Um, what else did she share? She shared something about running, like as far as for fitness. I'm not sure about that, but that's what came up. What also came up was that there was some type of sexually explicit happenings surrounding this. Um, Mommy, calm down. The signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces had come out, as well as Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and also Capricorn with the Queen of Pentacles. But most notably, the sign of Scorpio and the sign of Leo were very prevalent when I actually pulled cards. Now, the channeled messages were the parts about the sexually explicit behaviors, running, the fact that she feels like this was in relationship to this was someone who she was somewhat familiar with, okay, potentially. If not, this was somebody who was a bit obsessive over her. Now, that part came from the tarot reading that I did shortly after the channeled reading. So I want to make sure to make these distinctions. When I asked for more support, on what could bring validity, she shared with me that she was the middle child out of a family of either three or four. I know nothing about her life, so I'm hoping that somehow that can either be verified. If it's not, then I do apologize for spreading misinformation. But I am essentially attempting to help. Like, this is all I really want to do. And I am practicing here. Like, the way that people practice driving cars, I am practicing with my gift. So I just want to make sure that I say that. Ooh, that sounds like that could have been something coming out, Pookie. Calm down. You want mommy to get you? Okay. My little Aries. Come on. Come on. I also got in the card, you guys, the card did come out, which sometimes can indicate that there is pregnancy. So it is possible that she could have been pregnant. I don't know how far along. If not, she's very fertile in other ways. Taurus energy is also connected to the Empress, Taurus, and Aries. So, yeah. When I did the reading, the King of Cups came up and it was in the reverse. The Magician also came up. So both of those give me like craftiness. People who may work in the spiritual arts, but I did call it dark because of the nature in which the person uses their spiritual gifts. So with the King of Cups coming up in reverse after the Magician, I felt like whoever this is, they could be a little bit older than her, like considered a mature male or masculine person. I also felt like they are good at seduction. They know how to cater and speak to people's emotions. They themselves could very well be psychic. She also had informed me that she herself was a seer and that she actually feels like she may have seen her own passing, but at the time she didn't know that that's what she was seeing. Okay, that was something else that she shared. Don't know about the validity of it, any of it, but I'm just trying here. I'm hoping to be of assistance. Also, Tinkerbell was very connected to this scenario, and she was letting me know that this was the reason that she kind of trusted me to share the things that she was going to tell me about her passing, because, okay, I'm gonna ixnay what I feel like I just heard as far as with the name. I'm gonna ixnay it right now. So anyway, she shared that she wanted to tell me that because in another reading that I actually had just done a few days prior to finding out about this case, I called out the energy of Tinkerbell specifically. So this was a connection to us. She said that that's why she agreed to speak with me. So boom. Um, that was confirmation for me, which I feel like that's what I needed. As a person who does practice her spiritual gifts, sometimes whether I want to admit it or not, I can still doubt. And so I was asking questions to help give me validity. So I have to admit that I did look at her pictures because I found out about her through Facebook, period. This is what made me even want to do a tap in for her. But initially, I saw one of these pictures and it made me zoom in because I saw like what was could have either been perceived as a dragonfly or a fairy. When I blew the picture up, you guys, it was in fact Tinkerbell the fairy. So I'm just like, okay, this is what made me like I always have to be compelled to do stuff like this, okay? So with that being said, these were the things that she told me in the channeling part. The rest I did get the rest of the story I feel like came from me pulling the cards. The information that came from that was that this could be an older or mature man. They could have the sign of Leo or Scorpio, maybe even Aries or Taurus in their charts. This person is a practitioner of like manipulation. Manipulation is magic as well, whether people are aware of that or not. But with the magician card coming out, I just really feel like whoever this is, they're extremely powerful. They get their way a lot. And they may very well, with the King of Cups, they could be a musician of some sort or some type of performer. Okay, some type of performer. Um, but they use their stuff like to manipulate and to harm people for their own gain, for their own victory. Okay. Now, in the cards, it also showed me that she will have victory here. She is victorious. I believe that they are going to find her killer, and this is not going to be just somebody that they're wrangling up just to have someone. I feel like what I heard was this person was sloppy. Um, they're going to get caught, and it's meant for them to get caught. And this is going to be both. This is her victory, the person being caught. Okay, I do feel like whoever this is, they have been doing this for quite some time. This is not an isolated event by any means. And I think that this is part of her victory, even though she has transitioned from this life into the next. This is part of her victory. The person I feel, I had also heard the phrase fall from grace because the tower and the death card came out. When I was looking into the tower, there was a masculine and a feminine energy, a male and a female that was falling from the tower. And this is what gave me the vibe that there was a fall from grace here, or there will be a fall from grace in some kind of way. Whether the person is just an older college student who could be prominent on the campus, or if this is like a whole grown man somewhere and they have a position of authority. This person manipulated emotions and feelings. And I also feel like when this young lady attempted to walk away, or somebody attempted to walk away, because it could have been the other party, but there was an emotional detaching and and maybe even a physical detachment that happened, and that's somehow a part of her transition. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I don't want this to be too long and lengthy. She had also asked me to make sure that I say to give honor, and this is her, okay? I'm channeling her, that she gives honor and glory to God. And she made me feel like it was somehow important to say that. It was important to say that she gives honor and glory to God. Because though she was a very spiritual young lady, she still believes and knows God, has a relationship with God. So that is all I have. I hope and pray that somehow this assists and this helps. Um, yeah, some type of details can be used. Peace, love, light, and darkness, which all work together to bring balance and harmony first within ourselves, then within our world. Bye, you guys. Before I go, I do feel the need to say this. I heard a name, and I heard the name of Larry. I don't know if there's any validity to it, but I did hear it. Okay? That is all. Bye, you guys.